Hello everyone! Welcome to Pick Your Card Tarot. In today's reading, we're going to be looking into how your person thinks about you versus how they feel about you. So kind of a head versus heart reading. And your person can be a significant other, they can be someone who you're in a situationship with, or maybe it's just someone who you have your eye on and you're curious what's going on their end. Today, we have 3 different cards to choose from. Card number 1, your crystal is a snakeskin agate. Card number 2, your crystal is a Apache tear. And card number 3, your crystal is a carnelian. Feel free to pause the video if you need an extra moment to decide, but there should be one card in crystal that you're feeling much more drawn to than the other 2. If you are feeling drawn to 2 piles really strongly, then that could be that there is a message in both of those for you, so you may want to watch both of those readings. Go ahead and take a moment, take a deep breath, think about the person who you're wondering about, and just feel which of these 3 cards you're drawn to the most. In the description box, there should be a link so you can just fast forward straight to your reading, and I will see you there. Hey there, pile 1. All right, so I've pre-shuffled all of these decks, and we are going to be picking 2 cards just to start. We'll be picking 2 cards for how they think about you, and then 2 tarot cards for how they feel about you. So their head versus their heart. All right. The first card pulled is the 2 of Swords. And that one goes to the head side. Second card is the 6 of Wands. And then for the heart, ooh, the Empress. I like this. That's some great energy. So the Empress and the Ace of Swords for how they feel. You know, right away I'm drawn to this Empress and Ace of Swords. I feel like this person is so wanting to tell you how they feel. Their emotions really are strong. They see the best in you. They think very highly of you. They feel like you could be their other half, someone to raise a family with, someone to settle down with. This is really serious energy in this Empress card, beautiful energy. And I feel like they would love to express that to you. But it's not that simple, unfortunately. With this 2 of Swords here, you know, taking a look at this card, you see that this woman has her hands crossed over her heart. And in each of her hands, she has a sword. So it's kind of like your person is protecting their heart, which this could be because of something that they went through with you, or it could be something that they went through in the past that has kind of affected their ego, made them a little more conscious, a little more in their head. They're weighing the pros and cons, want to be sure they're making the right choice, taking action, because for some reason it feels a little risky for them to come forward. This could be, for some of you, I could definitely see this being a secret admirer kind of situation, which is funny because you know, if this is a secret admirer, it's likely that feeling goes both ways, because here you are watching a video trying to see how they feel. And I think this person would very much, you know, they kind of wish they knew how you felt, because I think it would bring them a lot of confidence. And this 6 of Wands, what I am getting here is there's kind of a lack of trust, not necessarily a lack of trust with you, unless something did happen in the past to where they're kind of afraid to come towards you. But it's a lack of trust in this situation going well, as in if they were to come towards you and express how they feel about you, they're not so certain that you would react well to that. And that's kind of scary. And I'm getting, with this Six of Wands, that there's kind of like a lack of acknowledgement. Like maybe they're unsure to come, like they're not sure about coming towards you because they really just don't think that you feel the same. Here, just something else to mention is we have Libra energy, Leo energy, Taurus and Libra again, and then this is air sign energy. So either you or your person may be a Libra, Leo, Taurus, or just another air sign, Gemini or Aquarius. I really, there's really conflicting energy here, and I want to take a deeper look because I do feel like this is so beautiful on the feeling side, and I want to dig in more and see what is stopping this person. So for the the head side, here we have lusting, forbidden, non-committal, sexual energy. So yeah, that they're lusting after you for sure. They think about you a lot. Oh my goodness. And then we have commitment. That kind of goes hand in hand with this Empress card. Even the dress, like how the Empress has this beautiful like puffy dress, and here we have like a bride in a puffy dress. So commitment, marriage, promises, fidelity. It's interesting, and this is again the head side. It's interesting that here we have non-committal and then commitment. This person is so conflicted. And with these two cards here showing sword energy, they really do think about coming forward to you a lot. And then they also think about how this could backfire on them. It's like they fantasize about you, about what could be, but at the same time, it's forbidden for them. And, what a predicament for them to be in. Let's take a look at the heart side some more. Ooh, resistance, secret admirer, suppressing, timid. So yeah, secret admirer. And this could go both ways with you watching this, coming across this video today, coming across this reading. You may both be secret admirers of each other. I could also see this being someone from your past who maybe it's been a while that you haven't spoken to them. So it's tough for them to come forward and just be open with you about their feelings, even though they want to. It's tough to do that. And they're having to suppress that and hold that back. It could also be that you two, there's another element here that's causing this connection to be forbidden. Could be, you two may be coworkers, for example, and it is just too risky to make that move because you don't know how the other person feels. Let's pull another card for the heart side. Past life. Deja vu, repeated patterns, karmic lessons. So yeah, I do think something has happened in the past. Again, either between the two of you or between them and their previous partner or their previous situationship or what have you. They may have been burned in the past. They may have had a karmic type partner and now they are afraid to move forward. That being said, with this past life card, I also feel like that the two of you are drawn to each other and they're drawn to you as if, sometimes there are people that we have known in a past life, and when we come across them in this new life, there is that tug. Like you want to know this person, and not only do you want to know them, it feels like you already do to an extent. And it seems like your person is feeling that way. A lot of conflicting energy here, but strong energy. Let's see more in depth of how they are thinking about you. So here we have number 40, show your support. And number 19, shift your energy. So yeah, again, I just feel like your person needs that little, kind of like a green light in order to move forward. So if you two, let's say you two do work together and they invite you out to lunch or something like that. If you are interested in this person, like I think that you are, it would be good to show support and maybe take them up on that offer. I'm not saying risk your job and tell them, open up about how you feel, or same thing if this is a past partner of yours that you're interested in rekindling with, but you're unsure, it's been so long. If they do reach out, maybe be a little warmer to them than usual. Kind of give them that okay in a very subtle way to let them know, hey, you're safe here. And you may start seeing their energy shift. And for shifting from this more into this, to where they're able to open up more and finally have that discussion that they've been wanting to have with you. Here we have Love Matters, and this is going on the heart side, number 43. Look at how in both of these two cards, there's someone with like their hand out, and here it's like a little fairy landing with a flower, and here is a dove. I really do feel like they want to approach you. It is just so tough for them. But Love Matters. They feel very strongly for you. And number 6, the big picture. It's like this person sees so much potential for the future, essentially the big picture. It's not just, this is not hookup energy, like where they just want to, have a quick little fling. It feels like this person is okay taking their time, thinking everything over, being sure before they make a move. They're taking you seriously, especially with this marriage promises fidelity. In time, something could blossom from this connection. Since these are collective readings, as always, in any collective reading, remember to take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. On that note, I would like to dive in a little bit deeper and get each of you a little bit more of a specific message. I'm laying out 4 cards here, and just take a quick moment and see which of these 4 pandas you are drawn to the most. And I will reveal each of these cards one by one, and we will end on that note. That'll be the last message specifically for you. Ready with your card? All right. If you chose the red panda, here is your message. My thoughts are just as powerful as my actions. Number 42. A lot of 40s. Here we have 42, 40, 43. Yeah. If you chose the blue panda, here's your final message. In both myself and others, I find comfort in imperfection. Number 1. If you chose the peach panda, here's your message. I take accountability for the actions I have taken in the past and any actions I plan to take in the future. Number 28. And last but not least, the green panda. Here's your message. My book is still being written. Number 13. I hope you enjoyed this reading today. I hope it brought you clarity. If you would like to see more readings from me, I do post weekly, so don't forget to subscribe. Bye. Hey there, Pile 2. All right, before we dive into this reading, I pre-shuffled all of these decks, and I just want to start off by saying that there's a very heavy energy associated with this reading. It feels like something has certainly happened between the two of you, and your person, this feels like someone from your past, maybe past, may have been a while, but this feels more recent to me. For most of you watching this feels like someone who you were involved with, and maybe it did not end on the best terms, unfortunately. So with that being said, buckle up, because I think this one's going to be a kind of heavy, deep reading. So I will be pulling 2 cards to start. I'll be pulling 2 cards for the way that they feel, the way that they think about you, the way they feel about you in their head and their mind, and then 2 cards for the way that they feel about you in their heart, the way that their emotions feel about you. All right. So the first card that we have here is the Emperor reversed. Definitely heavy energy here. You or your person may be in Aries as well. And then we have the 3 of Coins. And this is going on the head side as well. For the heart, we have the Hermit reversed. And we have, the 3 of Swords reversed. So yeah, this is definitely someone from the past, someone who you were involved with, and there was a lot of pain, likely pain on both ends associated with this relationship or connection. May not have been a relationship for all of you, may have been a situationship, or just kind of one of those connections where you look back and it's like, what were we? Like, it feels like it was so much more than it actually technically was for some of you. And that has caused a lot of confusion. So with some of these cards I have here, I just want to go ahead and say, I think that your person is not thinking 100% clearly right now. On the feeling side, with this 3 of Swords reversed, they did get their heart broken, but I am not so sure that their heart being broken was 100% your fault. For some of you, it may have been. There may have been a betrayal involved or something like that, but I feel like your person had the opportunity to maybe work with you and get past what happened. It feels like it would have been fixable, but well, there's just a lot here. So, all right. I feel like right now they're in this really headstrong energy, and they are wanting to kind of move forward in this new direction with a lot of like they just almost like barreling through, trying to create a new path for themselves. They may be occupying their head with, it's like they have upset thoughts, they have possibly even angry thoughts, some resentment or bitterness, and they are leaning on the help of other people. So this could be friends, family. For some of you, it may be that they, and again, don't freak out, this is not all of you, but for some of you, they may be in a new connection with someone. But it feels like, it's almost like they're trying to distract themselves because they're so upset. And instead, it's like this anger is taking the place of what once was hurt. They were hurt by what happened emotionally. Now they are moving past that hurt emotionally, and they're just mentally angry. And I feel like the people that they're associating themselves with, you know how it is when you have a friend that is just, will tell you like it is, even if it hurts your feelings, they keep it 100% real with you. And then you have other friends that you just go to that will always agree with you no matter what, and always take your side, and always kind of help you solidify that you are not in the wrong with this. Your person feels like they are confiding in their friends, relatives, maybe another romantic interest, and this person or people are helping them feel like they are in the right and feel like they have the right to be upset at you, that they have the right to be angry at you, that they have the right to possibly even say some mean things towards you, which it's a little much, if you ask me. With this energy, it's just like, it's a little, your person should probably just take a moment to cool down and relax for a moment. And yes, what happened wasn't great, but they're kind of blowing it out of proportion in their mind, and have the help of other people to do that mentally. Emotionally, again, it's like the sad part of what they went through. They are now trying to move past that. They are focusing mentally on either being busy with new projects, setting up some kind of a new routine or schedule for themselves, like kind of reinventing themselves in a way. But this is all because they're avoiding looking within themselves emotionally. This Hermit reversed, I'm not crazy about this. It's like they don't want to emotionally, they're not taking the time to feel the feels. It's more like they just want to shove it down and move on with their life. And like, I'm not going to be sad about this. If anything, I'm going to be angry, and let's just move forward and not look back. And I feel like this is going to end up biting them in the butt eventually. Like they're going to come crashing down. If you like right away, I'm noticing we have 3 reversals here and then the 1 upright. It's like they are putting all of this negative reversed energy into this new routine, or confiding in their support system. And eventually it's going to all catch up to them. But okay, let me not get ahead of myself here, because it's just like, this energy is crazy. So the head stuff is just, they're feeling really upset, angry right now. Emotionally, they are not trying to feel the emotions. They're avoiding the emotions. I do feel like the emotions are there, but they are super buried right now. All right, let's take a deeper look. I'm going to pull some oracles. I'll pull 2 for head and 2 for heart. We'll start with head. Yeah, oh yeah, escaping. Avoiding, blocking, pushing away. Your person may have used what happened, like the, oh, you hurt me, oh, you did this, to just push you away and run away from this connection and run away from themselves. That's a big one here, running away from themselves. They may just not want to, like I said, they just don't want to deal with it. They want to pretend that everything is fine and dandy and this is all your fault. Bitterness, resentment, anger, hurtful words. And that's the one that comes along with this 3 of Pentacles card. So yeah, they're probably venting and focusing on poor me, and I didn't deserve that, and that kind of energy mentally. I know this may be hard to hear, but I really feel like you already know this. Like with this energy here, that a lot has happened between the 2 of you, and I feel like me saying this is not necessarily a surprise for you. I'm sorry that you went through this, because it feels like there's a serious lack of closure, and this just doesn't feel healthy for either one of you. Let's look more into the heart. Beauty, charming, graceful, kind-hearted. So yeah, underneath all of this yuckiness that is happening right now, I feel like they don't think, or let me rephrase that. They don't feel that you are as bad as what they are portraying you to be, or as bad as they have made you feel or told you. I feel like deep, deep, deep down, buried within themselves, they are turning away from the fact that they know you're not as bad as what they're making it seem. Confusion, uncertain, unclear, unsure. Yeah. So again, it just feels like this connection could be worked through, or it could have been worked through if they would have just taken a moment and not tried to avoid all of this and cover it up with anger. If they could have just sat in those hurt feelings for a little bit and then maybe discussed with you, there could have been a new fresh start, or things could have gotten healthier, or the problem could have been resolved. But I think it was just overwhelming for them, and a lot of who they are as a person just doesn't want to deal with that sort of sad energy. But deep down inside, they're confused and unsure because they know you aren't this terrible villain here. Something happened, yes, but it didn't have to be the end of the world kind of thing. But they aren't fully able to, like, mentally they're not there yet. They're avoiding looking within still right now, feelings wise. They're distracting themselves. But it's like underneath that, deep, 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 deep down, they're confused and they're conflicted. And they know that you're not as bad as what they've made it seem. But they're just not ready to let this feeling come to the surface at this time. And it's like they keep digging their hole deeper and deeper with what they're doing, but I digress. Let's look a little deeper into this. So on the thought side, we have curse, hex, witchcraft, negative mind. Again, this negative mind is what stands out the most to me. And this is, I don't think that you actually curse this person. I mean, some of you may have, but I take this card more to be, they are just in that energy of just negativity. Kind of goes hand in hand with this bitterness and the escaping. Like, they're trying to like rid themselves of this curse, but not realizing in that, like, it's their negative mind that's the problem. That's the real, like, they cannot escape this. Like the Emperor reversed and these two other reverse cards here. Like, it is going to come up. They're running for now. Sure, great. We'll see how long they're able to do that for. Because they have this negativity about them. And eventually it is going to catch up with them. Yeah. And again, on the heart side, we have obscurity, secrets, mysteries, concealing. They're keeping the way that they feel about you, the good things, the good memories, they're just shoving that down. They're not talking to people about, hey, yes, they treated me very well, it wasn't all bad. They're kind of concealing that part right now. And they may be concealing a lot, even to themselves. We'll pull another card for their head. Catch your breath, number 15. Yeah, it just feels like they are just pushing forward at all costs, and sooner or later they're going to have to pause. They're going to have to face all of this again. It's like they're moving forward a mile a minute, trying to move past this pain, and they're using anger to do that. And it's just not the way. That it is, eventually they're going to have to pause. This cannot go on this way forever. And for heart, be true to your heart. Oh yeah, 26. Here we have it. Be true to your heart. So yeah, they're buried beneath all the negativity, buried beneath everything. A piece of them still does care about you. I'm not saying that you for sure are going to get back together or anything like that. I'll do another reading for that if that's something that interests you. But deep down inside, they do have those feelings, and it's complicated. And it would be great if they could be true to their heart. But they have also kind of created a mess with involving other people and gossiping or venting in a dramatic fashion, perhaps. And I feel like them doing that actually created more of a mess, because a bigger mess for them to clean up in order, if one day they do come towards you, if one day they want to say, my gosh, if they look back and realize I lost a great person, I lost a great connection, they've like, what I'm hearing is you may have started, like you may have lit the match, but they burned down the forest with it. So they're gonna have some cleaning up to do if they ever want to fix this. But I do feel like deep down inside, there is still some really strong positive feelings and memories. And if you look at this card, the woman is holding like a little locket with light. It kind of looks like a heart, like an upside down heart, but Pisces came to mind as well. Could be any water sign, but I just heard Pisces. Anyway, this woman here is holding this little locket, and you know how lockets can be opened or closed. I feel like when they're alone, they may open their heart a little, and they may have a moment of like weakness, or this, the Three of Swords, like there is pain deep down, but then they just lock it away and put on this tough, mean face and continue on and move forward and just power through. I don't feel like this is all your fault. I am sorry if they have made this feel like it's 100% your fault. I don't think it is. I'm not saying, again, this is a collective reading. I'm not saying that what happened wasn't wrong, more so for some of you than others, but the way, and I just heard smear campaign too. So the way that they've just gone about this is it's a little much. And I'm sorry that happened. This is a collective reading, so I want to get a more personalized message for each of you, so we can end on that note. Just take a moment and feel which of these 4 panda cards you are drawn to the most. And I'll turn over these cards one by one, and that will be your final message. So just pick one card. Ready with your card? All right, so those of you who picked the purple panda, here's your final message. I am a mountain of strength, confidence, and vitality. Number 13. The yellow panda, here's your message. I find perfection in every smile. Number 49. The teal panda. It's okay to be happy. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to laugh. It's okay to cry. Number 50. And this peach panda, here's your message. The essence of my soul is confident, strong, and powerful. Number 35. I know this was a heavier reading. I hope that it provided clarity for you. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I hope that you're okay. If you would like to see more of my readings, I do post weekly, so don't forget to subscribe. And if there is at this point in time, I am taking requests for readings. So with this being a heavier reading and so much going on with it, if there is something that you would like me to look in deeper for you, please let me know down in the comments, and I may do that reading next. That way we can hopefully get you some closure and more clarity on this, because it does feel so heavy, and I'm sorry you've been through so much. Keep your head up. Again, if you are feeling like this person has really knocked you down or spread rumors about you or anything like that, I am so sorry. Remember, I do feel like this is eventually going to change, and this person is going to... Hey, Pile 2, my camera actually just randomly shut off. I feel like this person is just not wanting this message to come through. But yeah, I do hope that you're okay. And if you do have a reading that you would like me to do, if you want to even closer look at this connection, or there's something specific you would like me to pull cards on, I would be more than happy to do that for you, especially considering how complicated this situation is, and I feel like you've been through a lot. So my heart goes out to you. Keep your head up. I do feel like you're going to be okay regardless. The sun will shine again. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey there, Pile 3. All right. So before we get started, everything is pre-shuffled. I'll be pulling 2 cards. We'll be starting with me pulling 2 cards for how they think about you, like what are their thoughts in their head, and then 2 cards for their emotions towards you, what's going on in their heart. All right? Before I pull the cards, I feel I'm already picking up on the fact that it seems like this, for some reason, feels like kind of a long-distance relationship to me. It feels like if it's not a long-distance relationship, there's a distance here. Some of you may be moving or have taken a new job offer, or something has happened that it's like your paths have kind of split. And I don't necessarily feel like it's on bad terms, but there is still sadness associated with this. It's a very interesting energy, because I feel like you and this person do think positively of each other, but it's not that simple. All right, I just had to kind of get that out, because yeah, it's just very interesting energy. It feels like you're not together, or perhaps you are still with this person, but there's some kind of distance between the two of you. All right, so let's look at the head card first. So what are they thinking about this connection and you? All right, so I have the 4 of Cups. Yeah, interesting. And the 6 of Wands reversed. So those are the head cards. And then for the emotion and heart cards, I have here the Ace of Swords reversed and Page of Cups. Yeah, with this Page of Cups, it's like they care about you. There's a certain softness or good intentions in this connection, even if it's not being talked about. You two may not be talking a lot right now, or if you are speaking, they are not fully coming forward with everything that they want to say. I do feel like they are a little bit with this. Okay, we'll start. I'm already getting ahead of myself. It's almost like I'm kind of like rooting for you two with this energy. It just feels like something out of your control, of either of your control, or maybe it is in your control, but just a tough situation of like two paths just causing problems in this connection, making it difficult to be together. Even though there are those like warm fuzzies and care between the two of you, or good intentions between the two of you. With this Four of Cups on the thoughts side, I feel like they're looking back at the past, and even though there's an opportunity for the future, or right now you may be offering a suggestion or something like that of, it could be something like you maybe, for some of you, you're going away for school or going away for a job, and it's your dream job, and you're offering like, yes, it is going to be long distance between us, but we can make it work. I'll fly back and forth, or it's only a few hours, we'll only be a few hours apart. I can make the drive, or something like that. But they are very focused mentally on it's not what they hoped for. Like they want you with them, or they're upset at the way things have turned out. And I don't mean upset as in like angry. It's more upset like, poor me, in a way. I hate to say that because I actually feel like this is a really caring person. I don't feel like your person, the person that this reading is about, I don't feel like they're bad in any way. But right now they are in this kind of like poor me energy. They want things to be perfect the way that they had envisioned perfect to be. And now, even though there's that other option of you two can continue forward, it's just not going to be the way it was. They can't seem to get excited about that new way. And they're just focused on how they wanted it to be. I also see here with this Six of Wands reversed, which this is Leo energy. Some of you may be a Leo, or your partner may be a Leo, or it could be another fire sign. There's also water here and air sign. But with this Six of Wands energy, I feel like they are discouraged at the setback that happened, and they may be feeling like, or thinking a lot in their head that they want more support from you, or kind of just feeling just down on themselves, like that they can't, like their confidence has been knocked, or their ego has been knocked, or they're feeling like they're not getting enough acknowledgement, they're not feeling important right now, they're not feeling like they matter more than what this other situation is. It's like they feel like they are having to take a seat at, the chair that says number 2 instead of the chair that says number 1 to you. And I wonder with this Ace of Swords card and their feelings, I feel like maybe they're not fully expressing all of this to you, and they're kind of, you may have discussed it a little bit, but they are keeping all of these really, really tough thoughts a secret. They may even be putting on a face like they're supportive. They may even be like, hey, go after your dreams. Don't worry about me, kind of front. They may be keeping a lot of their feelings to themselves, but it's like it's coming out of such a good place for them. They do care about you. They do, even this, with this Page of Cups, I kind of got this little vision just now, like with the cup being lifted, like almost like a cheers, like a toast to whatever it is that your accomplishment, or a toast to, wow, you did get into that school. That's wonderful. And them celebrating you and caring about you and giving you that warmth, even though deep down inside they have all this going on in their mind. Their heart is in the right place. They're a little upset, but again, it's almost like I cannot dislike this person. They do want more with you. They want what they had with you to continue, but they are trying their best to be supportive in spite of all of the crazy thoughts that they're feeling right now. Let's take a deeper look into their thoughts with some oracles. Silence, frozen, no words, stone wall. And broken, shattered, heartbroken, destroyed. So yeah, again with the silence, and we had it over here on the heart side with this Ace of Swords. It's like they're holding back. And here again, silence. They don't want to open up to you and say, I'm heartbroken over this. They don't want to get into all of these things and make you feel bad, because they do want you to go after this new chapter in your life. They do want the best for you. And they don't want you to look back and kind of stick around for them. They know that what you are doing, the choice that you have made, the path that you are taking, is in your best interest. And even though it hurts them, logically, because they care and because they do seem to be a reasonable person, they're just not expressing all of these tough feelings. They're keeping silence about the fact that they're broken right now. Let's look more into the heart side. Beginnings. Try again, new direction, start over. And exhaustion, depletion, drained, long journey. So yeah, there may be a very long journey now. This next chapter I feel like they're probably willing to try with this beginnings card, a new direction, a new chapter for the two of you. It feels more like it's your new chapter. It could be them, it could be the other way around, that maybe they have to go somewhere for work, or they, have to move for some reason, or their schedule changes. But what I'm picking up on is it feels like this change is on your end, and they're just kind of having to deal with it. But it does feel like you two are going to try right now that new chapter, that change that's going to need to happen, that change that will need to happen, feels very daunting for them. And it could involve traveling. A long drive back and forth, could be seeing each other less, could involve flying or something like that, having to take a little break in some ways of seeing each other all the time. And right now they're viewing that as it's going to be really, really rough, tiring, a lot of effort, and they're unsure about it, but they care about you, so it's like they're willing to try. Let's pull another one for their thoughts. Finality, farewells behind, leave behind enclosure. So for some of you, for some of you, I feel like there's going to be the next chapter of you're going to continue trying for this relationship, but it's evolving in some way. There is a big change. For others of you, they're thinking that this is going to end up being the end. Like there's no way to move forward. How will you make this work? How will you make that long journey work? It feels like they have no choice but to throw the towel in. At least that's how they're thinking right now. Like their mentality is not exactly positive, but they're trying to support you the best they can, even though this is just a sad situation for them. And they may be thinking that it's over, that you cannot overcome this, as much as they would like to. But again, I can't help but feel like, I don't want to say dramatic, that they're being dramatic, because it's not dramatic. Like, things are changing, and it's normal to be a little apprehensive about something, you know, a change with someone who you care so much about. But it's like they're seeing the worst for it, and, you know, seeing this change, like, it's a dead end, and it's, you know, I hate to say like the end of the world, but it's a little bit like they just can't think positive as in terms of how this will affect your connection with them. They may think super positively about what you're doing and how this is the best for you, but there's a little bit of that poor me energy and just negative thinking. Let's look at the feelings again. Yeah, distance. Distance, separation, space, blockage. You could be moving to a bigger city, some of you. And again, you know, with these two cards here, the exhaustion and distance look so similar. It's like you'll have to make these long drives to see each other, something like that. And like driving at night, maybe, like after work on a Friday before the weekend, take a long drive to then spend the weekend together, or something like that. Maybe the situation, but yeah, they're concerned about the distance. They're concerned about this change. They're concerned that it's over, or this will cause it to be the end. But with this beginning card here, I just don't feel like it necessarily has to be the end. I feel like this is just a new chapter. Let's pull another one for head. Clear out the old, number 5. You know, interesting. So, and don't pay too much attention to the genders in these cards because I don't read cards that way. I just don't look at the gender at all. But here we have, I feel like this is your person and this is you. And your person has this blindfold on it. The card says clear out the old, number 5. It's like they are blindfolded and just so in their head with how things are changing, how you'll spend less time together. And they're just thinking negatively about this. Meanwhile, you have the best intentions here, and you see that this could work. Yes, things are going to be different, but you can still move forward, and they're just struggling right now to see that. And they're feeling like you're kind of just tossing them to the side, or I'm sorry, they're not feeling that way. That is what they're thinking. They're thinking that you are just tossing them to the side, and they're not paying attention to the fact that you're still very much there. There may be this distance between you, but you care and you want this to work. So it's not over, even though it may feel like it to them. It's just changing, and they're still not seeing that just yet. It's almost like your person needs to be in the situation for a little bit and maybe start traveling back and forth or something like that to see, like, hey, see, I told you, it's not the end of the world. We're moving forward. You know, we still FaceTime or still do Zoom with each other, have little virtual dates, and still see each other on the weekends or as much as you can. Like, it doesn't have to be over, but they're not seeing that yet. So for now, they're in this kind of blah energy. But I have hope for this connection. I do. This card will be for the heart side. Show your support, number 40. Again, like as much as this, like as much as they're going through, as much as some of these cards are so heavy on their end, I just can't not like this person. Their energy is still so supportive, and they care about you so much and want to be supportive. They want to be excited for you and show that excitement for you, and not show you all of this, not show you that they're worried about the connection and worried how this will affect them. They're putting on a happy face, and I do feel like they're going to get there. I feel like this doesn't have to be the end. This is just another chapter. They just need a little time to see that. and they need a little time to be in this new chapter to start adapting to it. It's like they're resistant to the change, but change isn't always bad. This could be a period of growth for both of you. So since these are collective readings, as always, take what resonates, leave the rest for whoever it belongs to. But that being said, with it being a collective reading, I would like to get a more in-depth message for each of you. So just take a moment and pick out which of these cards you are feeling drawn to the most, which of these panda cards, and we will end with a final message for you regarding this connection. Ready with your card? All right. So if you picked this reddish orange panda, your final message here is, I am prepared. My handshake is strong. My mind is ready. Number 20. If you pick this navy blue panda, here's your message. I don't get too high off the lows or too low off the lows. Number 31. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. I was like, that didn't sound right. I don't get too high off the highs or too low off the lows. Number 31. And this yellow panda. I am vulnerable and express appreciation when deserved. Number 21. And this teal panda. I thrive in the moments that require bravery. Number 36. I hope that this reading helped. I hope that it provided clarity for some of you. I know this side of the reading didn't look great. Not everything was super positive here. But I am hopeful for this connection, and I would love to hear what comes of this, because I just don't feel like it's the end. I feel like there's good things to come, and if you have taken on a new job or were accepted into some kind of course or something like that, if you're moving, congratulations on this next chapter in your life. It feels like a lot of change is coming, and honestly, I have an excited feeling about this change for you. I feel like good is going to come out of this in so many ways, and you're going to grow so much in this next chapter, which is so exciting. And I wish you the best with it. I know this was a heavier reading just because of they may not be showing you the sad side or fully showing it to you. But yeah, it's there. But I don't think it's the end. I don't think so negatively. To sum all of this up, change is the word that comes to mind. It's just change, and change isn't always bad. It may seem that way to them right now, but the way I feel about this is it's just a new chapter. I just heard growing pains. So hang in there, and if you want to see more of my readings in the future, don't forget to subscribe. I am a new channel, so at this time I am taking requests for readings. If there's something here that you would like more information on, if there's a certain question that was coming up in your mind during this reading that you would just love to know the answer to, please let me know, and I may take that for the next reading. So see you next time. Bye.